I will begin my screencast by teaching you, a new Towson student, how to effectively use MyTu website as well as Blackboard. I know that when I first started at Towson University, it was very confusing, and at times I couldn't even figure out how to actually get to Blackboard. So what I always do is I begin by going to Google and I type MyTu. Normally Google will recognize this, and the first thing that pops up is MyTu Towson University. Click on that, and then you'll come to this screen. From this screen, you will want to put in your net ID, which is normally the first letter of your first name, and the first 5 letters of your last name, and normally a number of some sort. And then your password. And then you'll want to make sure that you have the Students button clicked and hit Login. From here, you'll come to a menu, and at this point when I first started at Towson, I was very confused as to how to get to certain things on their websites, especially these websites that pertain more to you as an individual because it's your account. So the first step is you'll always want to click Self-Service, and then Student Center. And then from here you can do a variety of things. You can search for classes, you can browse the catalog, you can add classes, drop classes, enroll in classes, you can check your balance that you owe the school and make payments through this website. You can also go to Blackboard as well as your student web address or email. One thing that I found very confusing at first was how to sign up for classes. So what I normally do is I normally go to search for classes. This page is a little too confusing. I think it's easier if you go to browse course catalog. And then say, for example, you're looking for the class Math 251. You'll click M. You'll go to Math. You'll scroll down for the section that you're looking, and in this case I'm looking for 251, so I would click on 251. And then from here you'll want to click View Class Sections, and this little thing will pop up where you get to choose whether it's for the fall, the spring, or the mini-mester. In this case I'm just going to pick the next semester, which is Spring 2014, and you'll want to hit Show Sections. And then you have all of these listed. So for instance, let's just say we want to select this one. You'll hit Select. And you'll want to make sure that the class you're signing up for has a green dot, which means that it's open and there are available positions in it for you. You want to hit Next. And then it will be automatically added to your shopping cart. So when you've got all your classes signed up for and you picked them all and you put them all in a row, you'll want to go to your shopping cart, which is right here. And then from this point on, at this point you'll probably have 4 or 5 classes. You'll select this little box and you'll hit Enroll. I'm not going to hit Enroll because I already have all my classes set up and I don't want it to mess up my schedule. But from there, you'll enroll into the class. And then immediately, if you go back to Student Center, it will give you the new balance that you owe the school because you've added those classes. Now, say you want to get to Blackboard. You'll go right here for Blackboard, and then if you want to go to your email, you'll hit Webmail Login. You can also do this from the first page that we were at, the MyTu page. If you don't want to go through the Student Center, it's a little easier this way. It's right here on the side, so you can go to Blackboard or Webmail. In this case, we're going to click Blackboard. Normally a page will pop up that will prompt you to sign in. Because I've already signed in earlier, it's coming up right to my page and it's not asking me to sign in. So you'll put the exact same username in and password normally that you did for the MyTu. Here, you'll have all 4 or 5 or however many classes you're signed up for in this box. It'll say My Courses. And then if there's anything you want to do within any one of these, say you just want to do, it doesn't matter which class, but you just pick one. And then a lot of times your teachers will put their PowerPoints in Blackboard. They'll put your assignments in Blackboard. For this class, my teacher hasn't put very many things in Blackboard. She doesn't use it that often. Let's go back to a different one. So let's hit Integrating Instructional Technology. Here, teachers usually put announcements. A lot of my teachers, when they put announcements in here, they also send emails with the same information so that you have it. Dashboard is basically just an overview of all of these side subcategories. As you can see, you have announcements, which are here, my tasks, my calendar. A lot of times teachers will put things in the to-do box so you know what's due, what's past due. And then if you go into syllabus, a lot of times teachers will post the syllabuses in here and you just click on it and it pops up as an attachment. In this case, she has our class schedule, our assignment due dates, and even some teachers will put a class roster so that if for any reason you need to know a name of a student and you're not sure, you can look at their picture and find their name from there. A lot of times teachers will put in this area PowerPoints for their classes as well. For this class, we have blogs. A lot of classes, you'll have blogs or journals that you have to complete, and you have to turn them in via Blackboard. So those subcategories, the teachers will add them to the side. You will just click on one. You'll come to a page kind of like this. It'll have the blog instructions or what you're supposed to write about. You'll hit Create New Blog. You'll type in a title. And then here, if you'd like, you can type whatever you want in this box. You can change the font. You can change the size. It's kind of like a mini version of Word document. So you can either type it in here and send it, or you have the option of browsing your computer for an attached file. So if you actually wrote what you need to put, what you need to turn in Microsoft Word and you don't want to copy and paste it or redo it, you can just find it, click on it, open it, and it'll attach it right to this. And then you'll hit Post Entry or Submit or whatever it prompts you to do. And it'll go right to the page. And as you can see here, if I click on this, I've already turned mine in, so it shows it right underneath of the instructions now, all written out. And a lot of times teachers can leave comments, so you can go down to the bottom, read what the teacher wrote as a comment. You can also sometimes read other students. So if you look here on the right, it has all the lists of the students' names. You can click on somebody else's, you can read what they wrote, and then if you'd like, you can comment on theirs as well, just by hitting comment and writing something. In this class, we also have a class wiki, which is a separate website where my teacher, it's kind of like Blackboard, but it offers a lot more, and our teacher lets us post things on there. So sometimes your teachers will have wikis, and they'll post it in the Blackboard so that it's very easy to access. So here I can just click on this website every time I need to go to the wiki, and it pops right up. And there you go. And it's kind of like Blackboard in the fact that it has all the things on the sides. We have our projects, class exercises, blogs. She gives us a weekly schedule. Just all sorts of different types of things. And teachers can add to these. The thing I like about the wiki spaces is that even students can add things to the wikis just by clicking edit, putting their cursor on here somewhere, and adding whatever they need to add. In this case, I'm not going to add anything. So back to Blackboard. Another good thing about Blackboard that I didn't know about my first semester here, and that I learned about a little later, was that if you click on Tools, you can find that there are a lot of different things inside tools as well. The biggest thing is My Grades. If you click on My Grades, a lot of times teachers will post your grade for certain assignments after you completed them. You can see what your total grade is here. You can see what your calculated grade is here. And then you can see your individual grades for all different assignments. And it's just good because it keeps you updated. It lets you know what's upcoming, what things are going to be graded on in the near future. And then it's just a way for you to know, if you're getting graded on things that aren't actually papers or something you're turning in on a piece of paper, your teacher can post on here what your grade was. And for this class, we do a lot of things where we post them on the wikis, like our digital stories and our blogs we post on Blackboard. So our teacher isn't actually handing us back anything with a grade on it, so we can see it right on Blackboard. A couple other things that the tools offers: it has a calendar. You can put your instructor's contact information in here. You can also find a roster of all the people in your class. You can create group messages. You can send emails, even though normally people don't send emails through Blackboard. And then for any reason you need to get back to another class, you can just hit this button and all of your classes pop back up right here. So if you want to go to Intro to Special Education, it goes right to the same page that you were on, but for that different class. So you can also hit home and it goes right back to the original Blackboard page, and you can pick any class you need to pick. Going back to MyTu, if you want to access your school web mail, you will click on this. And your email will pop up. And normally, so that you know, because I didn't know what my email was for a while, it was hard to figure out what it was after the @ like normally it's at Yahoo or at Google. In this case, it's your username for everything, the first initial of your name, the first 5 initial or letters of your last name, and a number at students.towson.edu. It's just like any normal email. It's through Google, I believe. Yeah, it's through Google or Gmail. Yeah, it's Gmail. So it's very simple. You can write with Compose, your inbox, your drafts. If you click more, there's all your trash ones that you've deleted. And then normally, whenever you send someone an email or they send you an email, it's normally saved on the side here. So say you send your teacher an email one time, and every time you send them an email, you don't want to have to go back to the syllabus and get their email address. Well, it's listed right here on the side for you, so you can just go right back to that point. And that's pretty much an overview of MyTu website, Blackboard, and the webmail. It's very simple, and once you get used to it, you'll have no problem. So good luck. Enjoy your semester.